we actually had Gordon Hayward on the show before, and he was kind of reminiscing of Kobe's final game.
Ooh.
You were at that game with Kendrick.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about what you remember most from that night and just the overall experience of that game.
It's crazy that night, because that night I met Jay-Z for the first time, and he asked us for a picture, which was crazy. He like, yo, let me get a picture. I'm like, fucking Jay-Z. The same night, I send that part to Kanye West, right? And I've never met Kanye. And I meet him that night too.
Wow.
And he like, I got the song, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do the verse tonight, and I'm going to send it to you tomorrow. I'm like, this is mad weird.
Kanye tells you he's going to do a
Yeah,
verse.
yeah. So the whole time, I'm like zoned out at the game. I'm just like,
Thinking about.
And then I remember Dot saying something like, bro, I got 40. I'm like, wait, he got 40? And then, then the motherfucker had 60. We like, wait. Cuz just dropped 60? But they were just giving him the ball.
Yeah.
We like, this some bullshit for a while. We was like, man, this some bullshit. Why they kept kicking him the rock? Kept kicking him the rock. He was gassing though. I was like, yeah, that's right. Kobe was gassing. That's my favorite player, man. That's my favorite player all time, Kobe. But yeah, I was more like so into the Kanye Jay-Z shit where like what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean? Like in my musical career, and like me being courtside at Kobe's last game. You know, that, like I said, that shit was a blur up until he had like 40.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, oh, yeah, this is crazy. Can't believe I couldn't believe I was there.
Yeah.
Right.
I couldn't believe I was there. It was insane. And I was at his jersey retirement thing. That shit was crazy too.
Yeah.
Real crazy.
Monumental moments. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bruh, it's fucking Kobe, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying?
One and
Like,
only.
Kobe Bryant, bro.
Those words, that Mamba out, drop the mic, like that always.
Mamba out.
He killed it.
He killed the speech. He killed the speech. But that Mamba out dropped like out. That always have like just like I can always just go back to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just has a stamp in my brain that I always just remember that Mamba out.
Was you starstruck by Kobe first time you played him?
First time playing him, hell yeah. I tell the story all the time, right? And my first time playing him, we had Brian Shaw was one of our assistants. Yeah. So I'm in awe of him. You know what I mean? Like, man, this is cold. Like the same way with Hov. Like it was like this. I couldn't fathom me being on the court and he checking me. He guarded me. So like that, I'm really like looking up and down, like, you know what I mean? Like from his shoes, from his shorts, his socks. Like I'm getting all details. Like his arms is big, like his shoulders is broad. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm guarding him and I'm just like, damn, like am I too close to this? Like, you know what I mean? Let me give him a little space. Am I too close? Like, am I pressure him like too much? I was in that mindset. And then it took all the way up until he elbowed me, right? And that shit hurt. And I was like, I snapped out of it. It was like I saw red at that point. That particular moment, I saw red. And it was like, all right, he coming for my neck.
Yeah.
So from that point on, and then I had Brian Shaw as an assistant. He talking shit to Kobe while I'm guarding him.
Oh,
and so now them two is going at it about me. So at that point, I quickly snapped out of whatever fandom, idol point of view I was looking at him, and it was like, all right, we here to compete. Like, let me go at him. And so I just got great memories, man, from even the last time I played him in Indiana. Dope game where it was like iconic, right? Because it was mid Kobe. Like, he didn't play well to start out. He was missing every shot. He was jacking them though, right? Yeah. And when you play in Indy, Lakers fans follow. So that Laker game or that the game was at home in Indiana, so it felt like it was 50% Indiana fans, 50% Laker fans. So when he scores, the crowd going crazy, and we at home. And I remember like it was just a slow night for him. He couldn't make shots, but the game is close. Man, it was 3 minutes left in the game. Motherfucker couldn't miss. And he making tough shots. Like it was just like that clutch gene just hit. And I'm like, man, this is why it's Kobe. He was doing shit. He hit me with a move where he didn't even dribble. He caught the ball with his back to me and he didn't even dribble and he shook me. Like he shook me. Like I'm guarding him and he did this little pivot move where he faked this way and I bit hard right. And he just turned over his left shoulder, fade away from 3, cash, crowd going crazy. This shit crazy.
The Mamba.
But I got the last, I took pride in like the 2 times we played against him. I'm like, I gotta get these 2 wins. Got those 2 wins. So I was able to beat my idol, man. But
P, I've never asked you this. How does that usually work? Like, because that was his final game in Indiana, correct?
Yeah.
Do the teams talk like, because I know he came into the locker room, I believe, after that, you got like a pair of tennis shoes signed up. Did you have to ask for that? Did the teams just do that? Does Kobe know that P wants, to see him on his final game?
He had his like certain destinations that he was gonna go play and his, like I was one of his guys. Like I had a relationship before.
Got it.
With Cole prior to that game. And so, and prior to that, he had missed a couple games. But he let us know ahead of time, like, hey, listen, Kobe's gonna play when he comes to Indiana. He wants to play against you. Like, so I knew ahead of time going into that game, Kobe was gonna suit up. Damn. I was hyped. Like, I'm one of the ones that he, you know what I mean, wanted to suit up against for his last go around.
Damn.
So yeah, awesome. Like I knew it beforehand.
But you knew he'd come in the back of the locker room and all that stuff?
Yeah, I knew. And they made sure everything was cleared out. Everybody had to leave. Like, he went through a back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he went through like a back way, entrance way into our locker room.
And he's there to talk to you.
Me and him. It was me and him in there for about 5-10 minutes.
Teammates out.
Everybody was gone. Me and him chopping it up. I had to wait around. Like,
and
I take a minute.
Gladly. Yeah.
I take a minute. And I had to wait for him because he had to ice down. He had to do all this shit.
This guy takes 2 hours after games to like get ready to leave the arena. It's crazy.
2 hours?
I mean, that's maybe a little exaggeration, but most guys in the league,
I'm always the last one out the locker room. Guaranteed.
Y'all motherfuckers like I said, y'all 9 feet, bro. Like, y'all be 82 games, bro.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like 82 games. Y'all been playing since y'all was 1.
Yeah.
And then y'all play 82. Y'all grow to 9 feet and y'all play 80. Man. Like, what?
Some mornings you wake up and I just
like, oh my God. Shit. That shit seems crazy.
PrizePicks not only makes playing daily fantasy easy, it makes using responsible gaming tools easy as well. You can set up alerts, limits, timeouts, and more in just a few clicks.
When it comes to alerts, it lets us know when you have placed a certain amount of entries, and limits cap the number of entries or deposits you can make during a period of time. Lastly, timeouts are self-exclusion, allow you to take a break from PrizePicks for as long as you need.
PrizePicks wants their members to have easy access to the resources required to support their fantasy sports experience. Learn more at prizepicks.com/responsible-gaming or directly in PrizePicks' first in-class member support help center.